Welcome into Charles Schwab Field for Game 2 of the College World Series Final. Clayton Collier, Mason Kern along with you. Game 1 goes to LSU. The Tigers will try to capture their 8th national championship today as they take on Coastal Carolina, a team that had a D1 record with that 26-game win streak we had spent so much time talking about, Mason, but that's now out the door. Now they're trying to keep their season alive, force a Game 3 on Monday.
We'll see how they can respond. You come in with having not lost since April 22nd. Kevin Schnall is saying he's very confident in his team, no matter the result of Game 1, to bounce back, either close the job, and in this case now, force a decisive Game 3. You know, the last time the Chanticleers lost a game, 4-2 to College of Charleston, back on April 22nd, they rattled off 26 straight, so we'll see if they can get 2 more to win their 2nd national title in program history.
They had a rough time last night against Cade Anderson, one of the best pitching performances you will ever see in college baseball. 130 pitches, 9 innings. He was mixing all 4 of his pitches. Slider was really working mid-80s. Fanned 10 batters in that game. What did you see from him yesterday?
Yeah, he had some nasty stuff in that game. He came in projected to be a top 5 MLB draft pick coming into the College World Series. I would say he's making a push to top 2, and he might not be number 2 overall when it's all said and done. Cade Anderson's throwing some nasty stuff, and his defense behind him picking him up early. After Coastal Carolina, they're known for getting on base early. Through the first 3 innings, Jay Johnson said he had a conversation with Cade Anderson, and he said he was going to find his stuff, and he certainly did. Settled in, had a hell of a game.
Coastal Carolina prides themselves on getting on base through frees, through walks, through hitting batters. They got to him in that respect, that he walked 5 batters. That was a career high. He hit 2 batters. He only hit 3 all year long. They still did what they do. Cade Anderson was still able to just be that much better, beat them, and he struck them out to end the first, the second, the third, the fourth, all with base runners on in that situation. So now we turn the page to today and another marquee pitching matchup where you have Anthony Ianson and Jacob Morrison going against one another. Both of them expected to be high draft picks next month.
Yeah, Jacob Morrison undefeated coming into this game on the season, 12, maybe 13-0 by this point. And then Anthony Ianson, he was very confident in himself and the LSU pitching staff, as well as his defense behind him in their press conference on Friday before their final practice. So elite pitching going head-to-head. It was a pitcher's duel in Game 1. Probably see that again here in Game 2. But it's guys stepping up. Yesterday, Stephen Milam hits the game-winning RBI early in the game, first inning, and then they hold it all the way through. You need guys like that to step up when they need it the most.
And you see the guy going right past us right now, Anthony Ianson.
Locked in, it looks like.
Yeah, absolutely. Taking that slow walk out there. Just seeing these marquee matchups, it's always exciting, but when you have what Coastal did, and Cam Fluke, a guy who's probably going to be a first-rounder next year, they saved their bullet for today with Jacob Morrison. We saw what he did against Oregon State a week ago today, actually. When I believe it was 7 innings, only allowed 1 run. He was lights out. They've been going to him all year long. This is what has worked for them, was starting Flukie Game 1, then going Morrison Game 2.
They trust their bullpen. They really do. They came into this tournament saying no matter if it's Jacob or Cam or the guys behind them deeper in the rotation, they trust those guys. And if Jacob gets the job done today, I'll be very interested to see who takes the ball in Game 3.
Yeah, you would think for them it would be Riley Eichhoff. He did pitch on Wednesday, and also his sinker action against this power lineup. Maybe an interesting thing to see with LSU. Also, just how the weather impacts things. I mean, we're talking about triple digits again. Except now we're not playing at 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, true. It's a hot
1:30 game.
Yeah, that might have more impact. I know yesterday Cade Anderson was saying after the game that this is what playing at LSU is all about. They're used to the heat. And he said the Supers were even hotter than yesterday's game. Now, the time change may impact things a little bit, but Cade Anderson said Jay Johnson prepares these guys, and Coastal Carolina not going to be surprised playing in heat either. So we'll see how that really impacts things today.
We also, at their open practice on Friday, they were wearing hoodies.
True.
But it was 100 degrees.
They were preparing to play hot baseball, and both of these teams playing hot on the diamond as well. So
that they are. I'm interested to see. We didn't see a whole lot of offense on either side. It was a 1-0 game. 2 terrific pitchers for LSU. We talked about how maybe the wind blowing directly in from right field
Yeah.
may take some of their batters out of things. How do you see that impacting today against a guy like Jacob Morrison?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, you have power hitters in the lineup. We talked a lot about Jared Jones, especially after his walk-off win over Arkansas. Had an emotional moment with his family after that game. Obviously, you can check that story on our website right now. But he's a guy I'm looking to step up again today. He's very confident in the batter's box, and no matter the conditions, even after maybe a quieter day yesterday, I look for him to maybe step up in some big moments today.
All right, Mason, you think that we're going to be playing on Monday, or you think it's LSU
You know,
tonight?
I picked Coastal Carolina as my pick to win this coming into the finals, so I'll ride with them, ride with the hot hand Jacob Morrison. He hasn't lost yet. I think we're going game 3.
The momentum, the crowd, all the factors coming in, I'm going to say that we're celebrating the Tigers tonight in their 8th national championship.
We'll see if they can get it done.
1:30 first pitch. We'll have highlights, we'll have reaction, we'll have interviews no matter what happens, whether it's moving on to a game 3 or whether it's LSU having the confetti fall here at Charles Schwab Field. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on First Alert 6 real soon.